Today, I'll be answering the internet's most searched NFT questions starting right now. First up, what are NFTs? This, of course, is a very popular question, especially for people new to NFTs or for people only hearing about them for the first time. NFT stands for non-fungible token, and if something is fungible, it means that it can be replicated or reproduced. Like two $100 bills, for example. They're exactly the same, they're both $100 bills, fake $100 bills for that matter. And if you swap them back and forth between people, you still each have $100, and it doesn't matter which one you have because these are fungible, they can be replaced, they can be replicated, and they're identical. So non-fungible tokens cannot be replicated, and in the case of NFTs, they're also digital. An NFT is essentially a digital asset that can be verified via a blockchain. They can be bought and sold and traded between people, but they can never be touched because they're digital. The main thing to get from this is that NFTs are digital assets. If Bitcoin is considered to be digital gold, NFTs can be considered as digital art, digital real estate, or a digital asset of some other sort. Next, who actually buys NFTs? Great question. Well, the data actually shows that the people that are buying NFTs are typically men, and they're typically in their 20s or 30s, and typically they have a higher than average income at around $150,000. And many people who are buying NFTs are looking to make some sort of short-term profit, although some are also buying them for the long term, hoping that they're going to be more valuable down the line. What is the most expensive NFT ever sold? This is a fun question, and in my opinion, it's actually really interesting. The most expensive NFT ever sold is called Every Days, the First 5,000 Days, and it's from an artist named Beeple. And what's so amazing is that this artwork sold at Christie's auction in March of 2021 for $69 million. You heard me right, 69 and 6 zeros. Beeple already had a pretty large following on Instagram prior to this artwork selling for $69 million. For 5,000 days, Beeple had been creating one piece of digital art every single day. But before NFTs, he wasn't really making much money from this art. He was just making it because he liked it. But then once NFTs started becoming popular, he started making some of his artworks as NFTs, and he started seeing crazy demand for his product. And then he compiled each one of those 5,000 images into one massive NFT image collage, and it sold for $69 million. Next, what do you actually do with NFTs? Well, it actually depends on what NFTs you're buying and what your plan with those NFTs are. Some people buy NFTs because they just really like the art and they want to own that specific image. Other people buy them because they want to invest, or they want to speculate, or they want to trade and make some sort of a profit. And some people buy them because of the in real life utility that they offer, like access to events, conferences, or even special merch lines. Are NFTs part of the future? Well, that depends really on who you ask. But if you're asking me, which sounds like you are because you clicked on this video, I would say 100%. I think that NFTs are going to become an integral part of our increasingly digital lifestyle. Because NFTs are unique, they can't be replicated, and they can be verified, they have some really interesting real life application, such as using them to digitize government documents like passports, driver's licenses. You can use them for airline tickets or sports tickets, or you could use them to verify luxury goods like watches or handbags. I've made a couple videos outlining the possibilities of NFTs, so make sure to check those out and also make sure to subscribe. Thanks. This is a good one. NFTs versus crypto as an investment. Now, this can be a really divisive question because some people are so hardcore for NFTs and some people are so hardcore for crypto. But I'm really of the opinion that you can do both. I think that both crypto and NFTs have a place in any investment portfolio, but do remember that they are extremely risky and only invest in them if you have money that you can afford going to zero. So I don't necessarily think that anyone should be picking either crypto or either NFTs. I think you should probably use some of both if you're interested in both, or you can just pick the one that you're most interested in. How do I protect my NFTs? Super important question. I cannot stress that enough. NFTs, like crypto, are decentralized, meaning that the bank isn't just gonna bail you out if you lose your password, maybe you forget it, or you allow someone else to have access to your account, even if it was accidental. The best way to secure your NFTs or your crypto is by using a hardware wallet like a Ledger or a Trezor, but Ledger is my personal favorite. These are hardware devices that keep your private keys offline, away from the computer and any prying eyes, and your private keys are what allows you to send your crypto assets to another crypto wallet. So if somebody has those that's not you, they can steal all of your crypto assets, whether they're NFTs or cryptocurrencies. So my best advice to protect your NFTs is to get a hardware wallet, use it properly, and never ever share your seed phrase with anybody, and never store it online. How do I buy an NFT? Well, probably the most simple way to buy an NFT is on an NFT exchange like OpenSea, which is probably the most popular one as well. The downside with OpenSea is that it mainly supports supports Ethereum. So if you want to buy Solana NFTs or NFTs on another blockchain, you're going to have to use a different exchange. But the good news is that Ethereum NFTs are by far the most popular, and OpenSea is extremely easy to use. All you have to do is create a MetaMask and then connect it to OpenSea. Then you need to transfer some Ethereum into your MetaMask, and then you can browse OpenSea looking for the perfect NFT that you want to buy. And when you find the one you want, and assuming it's up for sale, you can just hit that buy now button. You have to pay a gas fee, which is essentially a transaction fee, and then the NFT is going to be transferred to your wallet. Congrats, now you own an NFT. Welcome to the future. Can you lose money with NFTs? Absolutely. NFTs are extremely risky, and people get scammed and rug pulled all the time. Even though some people think that NFTs are going to make them instant millionaires, NFTs can actually lose value, and many of them do. So be cautious and don't buy any NFTs before you do a lot of research. Now this is a fun one. Is Bitcoin an NFT? Well, yes and no. Yes, because you can find NFTs that are named Bitcoin, so in that respect, Bitcoin is an NFT. But no, because Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency with 21 million tokens that are all fungible. How many people own NFTs? Well, by the end of 2021, there was an estimated 360,000 people that all owned NFTs. And depending on how many people have bought NFTs since then, in 2022, we could be getting closer to 400,000 owners. And this just goes to show that NFTs are extremely new still. The platforms are new, the technology is new, and pretty much everything is constantly evolving. So expect a lot of changes in the NFT world over the next couple of years. I'm sure it's going to be a pretty fun and maybe wild ride. How do you create an NFT? Well, great question, and it's actually very simple to do, and you can create one for free right now. Let's do it. All you have to do is log into your OpenSea account and then click on the create button up at the top right. You can then upload the image that you want to make an NFT, give it a name, give it a description, and then hit the create button at the bottom. And voila, now you've created your first NFT, and now you own one without having to spend any money. Pretty cool. And that's a very basic way to create an NFT, and you can also do it by using Solidity, which is the coding language for Ethereum if you're extremely tech savvy. Or you can use a couple different websites or resources that allow you to create and mint entire NFT collections pretty easily. Now this one might get a bit abstract. What makes NFTs valuable? Well, the same thing that makes gold valuable, or the same thing that makes Bitcoin valuable, or Pokemon cards, or action figures. It's our perception of that thing and the scarcity of it that creates value. If people think something is valuable, especially if it's pretty limited, then that thing is going to have value because the people think it has value. In that market, those people that think this thing is valuable are going to determine the price for that thing. Let me give you an example if that didn't make sense. If there are 25 first edition PSA 10 Charizards in the entire world, maybe the value for each of these Charizards is $100,000. But what if some of those cards were no longer in existence because maybe there was a crazy Pokemon battle, someone used flamethrower, and it burned 15 of those cards? Well, now since there are only 10 of these cards left, it can be safe to assume that the value for each of these cards would go up to about $250,000 each because the supply had decreased. It's simple supply and demand. If supply goes down, then the price is going to increase. Similarly, if the market for those 25 Charizards grew, if more people wanted them, then the price could also grow. And the same thing applies to NFTs. The more people that think NFTs are valuable, then the more valuable NFTs are going to become. I mean, nobody thought last May of 2021 that JPEGs of monkeys would be worth pretty much anything. But now there's massive demand for monkey JPEGs, and you have to spend about $250,000 just to get your hands on one. Next up, how do I make money with NFTs? Well, there's a couple different ways. First is by creating your own NFT collection. If you create a really good collection and you market it well and it sells out, you can make money by having people mint or buy those NFTs during your initial public sale. You can also make money from the royalties of your NFTs selling on the secondary market, like on OpenSea. And this is because you can build a royalty into the smart contract for your NFT project so that whenever one of them sells on the secondary market, you get a percentage of that sale. Pretty nice, right? You can make money by flipping NFTs for more money than you bought them, and you can also make money by playing play to earn games where you can earn different rewards like NFTs and crypto. Can NFTs be used as an investment? Of course, they definitely can be, but keep in mind that not all investments are created equal. A $1,000 investment into an NFT versus a $1,000 investment into a bond index carry very different degrees of risk, but also they have extremely different upside potential. So if you're comfortable with that level of risk and you have some money set aside that you're okay going to zero, then you can definitely allocate some money towards investing in NFTs. What are NFT games? Well, NFT games are commonly known as P2E or play to earn games. These are games where you typically need certain NFTs in order to play the game. And once you have those NFTs in your wallet, you can connect your wallet to the game and you can start playing and earning crypto or other NFTs as rewards for playing. A popular example is Axie Infinity, and you have to have 3 Axies in order to play. But once you do, you can battle and level up your Axie. And the more you do, the more crypto rewards that you're going to earn, and you can exchange exchange those for fiat currency, i.e. traditional money. And you can also sell your Axies for more money on the secondary market, because if you've played with your Axies and you've leveled them up, then they'll be worth more money and you can sell them. How are NFTs minted? Well, minting NFTs is just a fancy way of saying that you're the first one to buy it. Minting an NFT is putting it into circulation for the first time, just like minting a dollar or a coin. It's being created and now it's available to trade for goods and services. And whenever a new NFT project launches their NFTs, you can typically mint those NFTs during the public sale on their website. And you can also often buy them on a pre-sale before anybody else if you're on their whitelist. And there's only a limited amount of NFTs within each project, so be aware that especially if it's a super popular project, not everybody that wants one is going to get one. This is an interesting one. How do NFTs impact the environment? Well, NFT and crypto are created digitally, and anything that's digital is going to take some degree of energy. And since both of them rely on blockchain technology, this technology can be extremely energy intensive. Every transaction on the blockchain has to be verified by multiple miners in order for it to be authenticated and then recorded on each subsequent block. And some blockchains use more energy than others because of the consensus mechanisms that they use to verify these transactions. Ethereum and Bitcoin use proof of work, which is an older consensus mechanism and it uses more energy. Some newer cryptocurrencies use proof of stake, which takes up less energy and is one of the main reasons why Ethereum is moving over to proof of stake with Ethereum 2.0. Many people consider cryptocurrencies and NFTs to be wasteful and overall just bad for the environment because of the level of energy that they use. You'll often see a lot of headlines talking about how bad Bitcoin is and how bad NFTs are, but that's not really what the data is showing. Looking at the carbon emissions of Bitcoin, and NFTs are similar compared to other industries, shows that they emit less carbon dioxide than the gold industry, the banking system, and even tumble dryers. Thanks to Andre Jick for pointing that out, and thanks for watching.